Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about what it means to be an INTP. Carl Jung found that there's 8 different cognitive functions spreading over 16 different personality types. An INTP consists of about 3% of the population. There's 4 cognitive functions conscious in the INTP personality type. There's the dominant, introvert thinking, auxiliary, extrovert intuition, tertiary, introvert sensing, and inferior, extrovert feeling. The dominant function, introvert thinking, is focused on coming to logical conclusions, looking for consistency between one point and another. It's looking at the detail within a topic. It's detached, so an INTP often feels like there's no personal judgment being made. It's just pure observation and what makes logical sense. Extroverted intuition is focused on concepts and the possibilities, future possibilities. So combining these 2 functions makes the INTP one of the most cerebral types. They're labelled the thinkers. Also, they have tertiary SI, introverted sensing, which is focused on data and past experiences. So an INTP will use this function to support their dominant and secondary function. The INTP, most of their life, will spend their time reading and learning. Personally, my favourite thing to do is read and then think, listen to music, read, think, evaluate what I've read, structure it all together in my head, and be completely content with that. Without producing any outward standard to show my competence. Just knowing myself and understanding topics myself feels like it's good enough. However, INTPs, we have inferior extroverted feeling, which sometimes pushes us to create value in the world, to share our knowledge with others. However, younger INTPs, or unhealthy ones in general, will develop this sort of narcissism where they won't share their knowledge with people because they already know they're right. And they just think, okay, well, that person can learn by themselves and come to the logical conclusion themselves like we have. However, a lot of people don't think like INTPs do. And INTPs will gain a lot by sharing their knowledge. I know it's an effort, but I think I've found the best thing to do is to stay true to yourself, stay on the internet every day reading, whatever you like to do, and that's sort of naturally following your gut feeling anyway. I'm always told to follow my gut, so staying at home, reading things online, and then doing work when I feel like I should, like making this video. I feel like making this and it feels good, so I'm doing this. Plus, it's interesting to talk about what you like. It can be a bit of an effort. It's like, I already know this, but it's sort of good to talk about something as you're learning it instead of once you've learned it all and then you're trying to regurgitate it and it's just painful. So as an INTP, I think it's good to talk about a topic that you're engrossed in, you haven't quite grasped completely, and by expressing your thoughts, you'll probably grasp a better understanding through the comments on YouTube that people give you feedback on. And by talking your thoughts out, I suppose it helps developing your extroverted intuition, which opens up your boundaries of knowledge and makes you think, hey, I might be missing a bit of data. I'll go look into this further, extend your understanding on a topic, and it'll eventually help you become even more thorough in your understanding. I've been thinking about the difference between INTPs and ENTPs, and when you look at the tertiary function in both types, it is clear that extrovert feeling is the tertiary function in ENTPs, whereas in INTPs, the tertiary introverted sensing is always sort of nagging at INTPs to find closure in their lives and some structure and some sort of work that is suitable. Whereas with ENTPs, they're a lot more carefree. a lot more go with the flow, not worried about any sort of closure or structure, and much better with people and in social situations. Whereas INTPs, like, I've tried a lot in social situations, but it's still a bit awkward. I think it'll get better over time, but it's definitely a bigger weakness to INTPs than ENTPs. I think INTPs are more vigorous with understanding personality than ENTPs because of dominant introverted thinking and tertiary introvert sensing, always wanting that, always looking for that conclusion. That introvert sensing is always looking for the right amount of data to come to a conclusion. Whereas extrovert intuition, secondary, is splitting it apart all the time and saying, hey, here's another bit part of information. It's always this big system of coming to logical conclusions in your own head. It doesn't matter if it's put out on the outside. This is where it's interesting to look at the ENTJ personality type, because they have the INTP's functions flipped. So they have extroverted thinking, which is about acting on the external environment to come to logical conclusions, followed by introverted intuition, which is about focusing on one goal. Whereas INTP is introverted thinking, inside your head logic, what makes sense to you. Well, not really to you, but what makes sense, like detached logic. It's not personal, it's just what is there. Hey, that's interesting. It's fun to know that. Extrovert intuition, very in your head function, technically extroverted, but it's a introspective function being an intuitive function, therefore making INTPs very sedentary and very cerebral. Exercise and that has been a part of my life, and meditation and that. Making it stick is the hard part. I think it has a lot to do with tertiary SI. It's not quite strong enough to form strong habits. But I do think it's beneficial to exercise, even though I can go for a 10k run and do nothing for 3 days following it, whereas you'd think, I should have more motivation now because I feel fitter. But it's sort of, narrows down on my introvert thinking and the other functions and makes them sharp, and it makes internet use even better because I can think more clearly and focus better. So in terms of that, I think it's good to exercise, because as an INTP you might as well maximise your strengths, which is analysis, looking for logical conclusions and seeing things from all sorts of angles. It's incredible, the INTP brain, because introvert thinking looks at things from all different angles, and so does extrovert intuition. So putting those two paired together with introvert sensing, looking for the data, makes INTPs a very academic type. And I think it is good to be an INTP. It is a bit of a struggle in day-to-day life with daily things, but I think INTPs are the sort of type that win in the end. It's sort of a bit slow in your 20s, but when you look at older INTPs like Richard Dawkins, they have the patience to write big books, very comprehensive books, which suggests that over time INTPs gain more and more confidence with their knowledge that is then projected into the world due to the slow development of extrovert feeling, wanting to connect with others, this slight sort of desire too that is grown over time. Thank you for watching.